Hello. So I am speaking to you from Mequon, Wisconsin. I am here for a Shabbaton that I'm speaking at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin tomorrow. So I'll be here for the weekend and then heading back. And unfortunately, my throat's starting to go. So a little nervous about that because I have a lot of speaking coming up. But what I want to focus on this week is that I would like to believe that we all kind of struggle with being good people, with trying to make the right decisions, with doing what is healthy for ourselves. Hi, guys. And, and really trying to figure out choices that are going to be best for us. And we learned something really fascinating in this week's Torah portion. It's of Ki Tisa, and it deals with a number of things, but the biggies are the golden calf, and yet it begins with the commandment that when we're going to be counted, we all count as half a shekel of this monetary value, but that we are counted in halves. So from the get-go, we're kind of given this message that we're only complete when we connect. We always need others. We always need to be able to reach out and to make those connections, and that no matter how rich somebody was, how poor somebody was, any of those differentiations, everybody was counted the same amount. That beneath all of our diversity and all of the things that distinguish and make us individuals, there's ultimately this unity. And that unity comes from what we have in common, which is actually the fact that none of us are complete, that we all have work to do, that we all have areas in which we lack, that we all have the things that need to be filled and fulfilled, and that we're insecure about, and that we are lacking confidence in, and that we all need to be doing that work, to be working to, become more completed individuals. And sometimes it's easy to think, if I had things easier, if things were clearer to me, if things, were just more revealed to me, then I wouldn't mess up. I wouldn't make these stupid mistakes. I wouldn't keep, doing the wrong thing. And yet, what we then see is that following all these insane miracles that just took place, and the plagues in Egypt and the splitting of the sea and receiving the Ten Commandments. I mean, really, you could not ask for a more obvious show of miraculous happenings. And then, with hardly any push, the second we don't have that sense of security, all's lost.
We're just more revealed to me. Then I wouldn't mess up. I wouldn't make these stupid mistakes. And, with hardly
I'm talking to myself now. It's recording and repeating itself. That was weird. Okay. And this is not on my phone. My broken phone I'm not using. I'm using my laptop, and it just played back to me what I said. Anyway, hope that didn't get in the way, or maybe you didn't hear that. But that after following all these things, we create this golden calf, and we're somewhat shattered. And then it would be really easy to think, now we've really messed up. Now we're done. It was one thing up until now. We were these righteous people and everything was great. Boy, did we mess that one up. There is no going back from here. How do you spit in the face of God, and following all of these revealed miracles and mess up that badly? And yet that's really the beautiful point, that if we were able, following that kind of royal mess up, to be able to apologize and to rectify ourselves and to take responsibility and accountability and to really develop a more real and complete and genuine connection, and then be forgiven and receive the Torah anew. So then we never need to worry that anything we've done is beyond the point of repair, that we've messed up too great. And if anything, that's why it's considered the ultimate descent for the sake of an ascent. That when we view our mistakes not just as ends unto themselves, but is really these learning opportunities. And with this growth mindset that we're not fixed in our mistake, but here we have an opportunity to grow from that and to be that much stronger and that much better and that much more aware and that much more
ability, and to really
and now it's repeating
develop
it again.
A more real and we're not fixed in our mistake, but here we have an opportunity to grow from that and to be that much stronger and that much.
Okay. I keep playing, it keeps playing back to me. So anyway, I'm going to conclude with that we should really be blessed to realize that within our diversity, ultimately we have incredible unity, which is why the numerical equivalent of 1, echad, is also 13, that we can have all these differences, but we're ultimately connected. We need one another, and that even when we fall, even when we have our mistakes, even when we mess up in sometimes even pretty big ways, when we use it as an opportunity for growth and to rectify ourselves and our surroundings, then that ultimately becomes a descent for the sake of an ascent. And who we become following that mistake is so much stronger and so much more resilient than we were before we ever messed up in the first place. So with that, have a great Shabbos. Good Shabbos from Mequon, Wisconsin, and from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin tomorrow. And I'll be in touch next week.